So we're here at Sage Garden to talk about the 28-day Indoor Garden Challenge. And the next topic we have to chat about is seed selection, because it makes a huge difference. Anyone who's ever tried to grow like, I don't know, like a tomato plant indoors would realize it's a pretty long and involved process, whereas there's lots of cool stuff you can actually get to grow well in February in just 28 days. So first of all, the best things for this are leafy greens, no question. So we're talking things like mustards and lettuces. You can definitely grow arugula, cilantro, dill, herbs like that. So there's lots of fun stuff, but it tends to be the leafy stuff. Fruiting stuff is a lot more ambitious and usually requires supplemental lighting and things like that. Although there is something called Tom Thumb pea, which is amazing. In 28 days, for sure, you can harvest your first pea off your little plants. So very cool. So I know that some of you had experience growing lettuces before, for example, and you had some questions about that.
Yeah, whenever I've tried to do lettuce indoor, it doesn't do well. It goes like either thin or turns yellow. It just doesn't do well. So I was wondering what that could be about.
For sure. So the question is, in past experiences, sometimes indoor gardening, things kind of become spindly. They're not really happening looking. And so when we're thinking about like variety selection, first of all, there's some greens that are better suited to warmer environments. And certainly when we think about the indoor space, we want to choose things that are going to like a little bit of a warmer environment. So if you look on your lettuce packs, you'll notice some are going to say like summer tolerant and some are more like fall or spring or winter tolerant. So I'd choose those kind of more warm season type of lettuces unless you have a nice cool location indoors. The second thing is the notion of the soil. So starting with that really rich composty soil will, I think, allow the lettuces to come into their own better. And also adding that compost keeps them a little bit tighter so they don't get as stretched, which can happen when you have kind of a less fertile soil sometimes. And last thing is lettuces like lots of light. So whether you're using supplemental lighting or whether you're using a nice bright windowsill, prioritize that question of having lots of light. So yeah, all right, Mike, I'm gonna let you look through our little selection of seeds here and choose out something you'd really like to grow.
Oh, I think I would go for the Tom Thumb pea.
Right on.
I'm still amazed that we can grow these inside.
Right on. So yeah, so these are really cool. These are a dwarf heirloom snap pea that grows only about 6 inches tall. It's something that works really, really well. In my experience, they actually work well either in a natural daylight situation or under lights. And you can eat the shoots as well if you want to just eat that part of it, but you can actually get to full-on snap peas. It's a really cool variety, so nicely selected.
Such amazing thing.
Cool. So when it comes to choosing your seeds, you want to choose things that are going to be leafy greens, that are kind of more warmer, temperature-oriented if possible, unless you have a nice cool location indoors. There's lots of herbs, there's lots of different kinds of greens you can choose, mustards, lettuces, arugula, that kind of stuff. For the purposes of the indoor challenge, Sage Garden is giving away mesclun mix and red planet salads mix, which are two beautiful things that grow really well indoors. So we're going to have fun with that.